This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
For your information, it's primary election day in Pennsylvania, and we'll stop by the polls and check in with our political analysts. Good evening, and thank you for joining us at FYI. I'm Ken Carr, and it's a busy day, so let's get right to our headlines from FYI and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. Today is primary election day in Pennsylvania. Voters are casting ballots all across the Keystone State, including here in the borough of Cunningham. I stopped by early this morning to see how busy the polls were, and I caught up with Rick Morelli, an SSPTV political analyst who is also running for delegate.
Well, there are a lot of people for this time. We've been in elections and turnout's not always great. We're going to have a high turnout here in the area, and I think all over. Last night, as everyone knows, Donald Trump was in Wilkes-Barre and they had close to 20,000 people. So there's clearly a lot of excitement about Donald Trump, his campaign, and I think that we're going to have a lot of people at the polls coming out. And you know, it's more surprising there are a lot of Democrats who switched to Republican this year.
As Rick just mentioned, presidential candidate Donald Trump was in Wilkes-Barre Township last night. The Republican frontrunner held a rally at Mohegan Sun Arena, and Rick Morelli was there.
It was a great event. There was a lot of excitement here for Northeastern PA. It's the first time we've had a presidential candidate come here in Northeastern PA. They're always jumping over Luzerne County, but close to 20,000 people. It was very energetic, something I haven't seen in a long time. So it's great to see that happen for our area, and I'm excited to see what will take place later on in the general election. Finally, Northeastern PA is on the map with these candidates, and which it should be.
Morelli is a delegate for Trump. Also on the stage last night, Congressman Lou Barletta, who has endorsed Trump. Barletta has been invited to Trump Towers tonight to watch the results. Our Sam Lassant talked with the congressman today and hopes to talk with him tonight via phone from Trump Towers in New York during our election coverage. Meanwhile, Congressman Barletta will appear on the Lou Dobbs Show tonight at 7:30 p.m. on the Fox Business Channel. He will also appear on CNN with Wolf Blitzer. Congressman Lou Barletta is also seeking re-election. The former Hazleton mayor is facing a challenge from another former Hazleton mayor. Mike Marsicano is the Democratic candidate for that congressional seat. While both have no challenges today, the two will square off against each other in November. However, there is a race tonight in the 17th Congressional District. The seat is currently held by Democrat Matt Cartwright. On the Republican ticket, two candidates square off tonight. They are Northampton County Councilman Glenn Geisinger and former professional race car driver Matt Connolly, also from Northampton County. The winner will face Cartwright in the fall. Well, join FYI News 13 tonight for the area's most comprehensive election coverage. Sam Lassant and the political team of Rick Morelli, Mike DeCosmo, and Charles McElwee will analyze the trends and results. Tonight's coverage begins at 8 p.m. and is being brought to you by Atlantic Carbon Group PLC, serving the nation's energy and industrial needs with clean coal. In other news, a standoff ended peacefully last night in Butler Township. Police responded to 22 Edge Rock Road in the Beach Mountain Lakes community in Drums just before 6:30 p.m. after multiple reports of a man in the roadway waving a gun and acting erratically. According to our media partner, the Standard Speaker, the man waved the gun and repeatedly referred to Donald Trump as, quote, Lucifer, unquote. Police instructed him to put down the firearm. He ignored them and went inside the home. 90 minutes later, he surrendered without incident and was taken to the hospital for evaluation. Well, it's a free event dedicated to promoting good health. Lisa Sugart has the details on what is known as Healthy Kids Day.
It's a big event each and every year at this time at the Hazleton YMYWCA. I'm talking about Healthy Kids Day, and here to tell us all about it today is Rob Gould, who is the Director of Competitive Events at the Y, and Celeste Samick, who is the Interim CEO. Celeste, I'm going to start with you. This is a big day at the Y on April 30th.
It is a big day. It's a national event. All the YMCAs across the country will be celebrating Healthy Kids Day. It's an event geared for children to come out and get ready for the summer, get some healthy food tips, get some healthy exercise tips, and just have a fun day at the Y.
All right, now there's a lot of events that are going to be taking place during this day. So Rob, I'm going to start with you. Tell us some of the specifics.
One of the things we've arranged is a bike rodeo. Steve Stamatopoulos, he is a cyclist league instructor. He's put on this event for us in the past. The entire back parking lot gets chalked up with different obstacles and turns, and really kids of all ability levels get to ride their bikes and improve some of their skills. We've seen kids that still have training wheels on, and some of the skills are advanced for more experienced riders.
All right, and all the events that we're talking about are free, but there is a nominal fee for one event that you are hosting. And you usually see diving at the Y, but this is a unique kind of diving you're bringing to the Y, so there is a nominal fee for this.
In our large pool, we're going to have scuba diving, and it's free for everyone to watch the demonstration, but we have up to 24 kids that we can take to experience the scuba diving, and there's a nominal fee. Kids that want to participate and go underwater with the scuba divers, they have to register at the Y.
So their parents have to come in, they have to sign a waiver.
Yes, yeah, we need to know just who's going to be there for that.
And I guess first come, first served.
Yes, so get down to the Y and register for that if you're interested.
All right, well, they sound like two great events, but that's not it. There's a lot more.
There is. There'll be healthy snacks we'll be distributing. We'll also have some eye exams. Dr. Diem is going to do some free eye exams. We'll have arts and crafts. There'll be a lot of things for the children to do around the building. So just come down and visit us. It'll be a fun day.
And I know you told me there's bags too you're going to be handing out?
There is. We'll be handing out to the first 70 children backpack bags that say Healthy Kids Day. Yes.
All right. Well, this is a wonderful event. Like we said, all of it is free except for the scuba diving. And if you want to be one of those 24 kids lucky enough to get involved with that, please go down to the Y and register and get your parents to sign the waiver. Again, Healthy Kids Day, Saturday, April 30th, happening from noon to 2 at the Hazleton YMYWCA. Come on out and get a great start on summer.
Thanks a lot, Lisa. Coming up next, if you live in Tamaqua and love fireworks, you need to stick around for our next segment. And field hockey fans, we talk with some members of the Hazleton area field hockey team who are heading to college to play about a great 2015 season at the Big HA.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Brandon's Forever Home says, "May the 4th be with you." That's because on Wednesday, May 4th, employees at Lehigh Valley Hospital will be able to wear their favorite Star Wars shirt to work for a donation of $5 to Brandon's Forever Home. Brandon's Forever Home hopes that other workplaces will join in. For more information, check out the Facebook page for Brandon's Forever Home, or you can call them 570-926-5117.
Time now for FYI News 13 weather.
Here's a look at the beautiful borough of Cunningham just as some rain started to fall this morning. Let's check out our local forecast from the National Weather Service now. Tonight, a 30% chance of showers mainly before 8 p.m., mostly cloudy with a low around 37 degrees. On Wednesday, the sun comes out. We'll have a high of 58 degrees. Wednesday night will be partly cloudy, low around 37. On Thursday, showers likely, mostly cloudy with a high near 55 degrees. And then on Thursday night, 60% chance of showers, mostly cloudy with a low of 40 degrees. On Friday, we have a 30% chance of showers, mostly cloudy, high in the upper 50s. Friday night, mostly cloudy, and we're down in the mid 30s. And then on Saturday, mostly sunny with a high near 62. And Saturday night is partly cloudy with a low of 39 degrees.
Pleased to welcome back Wandy Little, who is the talent coordinator for the Tamaqua Community Arts Center. Thank you so much for joining us. I know you have a wonderful effort underway looking to bring back the fireworks for National Night Out, which is not until August 2nd, but we need money to bring those fireworks back, correct?
Yes, it is. We have the fireworks last year were awesome. I mean, you could see they had them over the city coming over the north side of a mountain and the south side of the mountain, and they just looked like they were coming right above the city. It was so exciting, and they came simultaneously, and sometimes you had to move your head back and forth so fast just to see each firework because they just kept coming. It was unbelievable. Everybody was in awe that this was going on. So in order for us to be able to do this year, we're going to need donations, and we want to have it just as spectacular as possible as we had it last year because it went for over a half hour, and that's very expensive. So if you can please donate, if you want to see this spectacular show again, you would go to www.tamaquaarts.org to donate. And we would thank you very much, and I think you're really going to enjoy this night.
Well, I think that will be fabulous. I'm sure the community will come out because they want to maintain that wonderful tradition which so many people enjoyed. But you have a lot of activity happening at the Tamaqua Community Arts Center. A lot of musical performances coming up that you came to highlight.
Right. I am the town coordinator, so what I do is I get the concerts in and the people in to get it together. A lot of hand-holding with bands, I will tell you. I never thought this was going to happen. Anyway, if anyone is interested in coming and wanting to play at the Tamaqua Arts Center, what you would do is, now I'm already booked for 2016. It's a busy year. But in November, I'll be booking again for 2017, and you just go to our website, and you would go under request, and you would just send the request right in from the website if you want to play on our stage. And I will get back to you. And I will be booking, as I said, in November for 2017. Right now, I have a settled arrow. His name is Andrew Mars, and he will be performing in our hall on May the 7th. And he has original alternate pop music is what Andrew does. I have the Legends Rock Group. They'll be performing on June the 11th. And there will also be 2 live bands, and they're going to be doing a tribute to Rush and to Pink Floyd on that particular day. It will be July 16th, and they will, we're partnering with the Salvation Army, and the Salvation Army would like you to bring a toy for an underprivileged child. So that's what I have going on for right now.
Wow, a lot going on. So if people want tickets to these performances, where do they go?
They would also go to the website again, or give us a call, or drop into the office. We're there most of the day. Somebody's there, so they can pay right there at the office if they would like, or get your ticket at the door.
All righty, we can take a chance of getting your ticket at the door. That might be sold out. A lot happening at the Tamaqua Community Arts Center. Please come out, have fun, celebrate the arts.
There's something we can all get behind on this election day: fireworks in Tamaqua. Well, before we go take a break, here's your midday winning Pennsylvania lottery numbers on FYI. Pick 2, 8, 1, pick 3, 329, pick 4, 8825, pick 5, 74099. When we come back, we'll talk with some Lady Cougar field hockey players, but right now, it's Law Talk.
We received a viewer question, and the viewer asks, who handles the estate if there is no will?
Very legitimate question. It happens quite frequently. A lot of people that we see, they be middle-aged or even kind of like myself, heading into the senior category, and they don't have a will. And of course, we can't predict when we're going to die, so it's not unlikely for someone to die without a will. Well, what happens if you have property, and that property's in your name, and you haven't set forth in a will who you want to get that property? What happens to that property? How is it, in the eyes of the law, administered? Well, it's administered under the Pennsylvania Fiduciary and Estate Code. It's called intestate. Intestate means that you don't have a will. And the code also provides that someone, a family member, spouse, brother, sister, cousin, someone has to be appointed by the court to transition that property to where it belongs once you pass away. And that can only be done by what we call a citation. And that citation has to be brought to the Register of Wills. The person seeking to administer the estate has to ask the Register of Wills to appoint them as the administrator of the estate. And they have to give notice of that meeting with the Register of Wills to other relatives, creditors, who may have a right under the fiduciary code to be administer the estate. More often than not, it's a relative. More often than not, nobody objects. But that is a step that is necessary when there is no will designating an executor. If there's an executor named in a will, it's much easier. You take the will up, take the named executor, you get sworn in, and you start administering the estate from there. Without a will, you have to go through the citation process to have someone appointed. But effectively, once that's done, it's no different than having an executor in a will.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
Hazleton area field hockey coach Mary Kelly always reminds her team about their tough schedule. The Lady Cougars play in one of the toughest conferences in the country. There's a lot of benefits to that, like college scouts hanging around games. The Hazleton area seniors put on a show for the scouts this year and finished as runners-up in the District 2 AAA class. Now a number of seniors on the team are reaping the rewards. After a few years of season-ending frustration, the Lady Cougars jumped a giant hurdle in 2015 and took another step forward for the program. After falling in the District 2 AAA quarterfinals in overtime for 2 years straight, they finally made it to the championship game.
At the beginning of the season, we knew we were going to get there. Halfway through the season, we started, like you said, getting a roadblock and kind of getting down on ourselves, but we learned to pick it up. And after a certain point, we knew there was no doubt about it. We were making it to districts and doing the best we could.
That's Kayla Cull, who will be playing at Wittenberg University in Ohio next year. She mentioned a roadblock during the season. Well, the seniors made sure they smashed on through and were able to continue on the road to the district championship game. During a tough stretch for the Lady Cougars, senior Celia Sokolovsky, who is going to play at Rowan University, made a promise that they would get through the tough times. Younger girls look up to these girls.
Oh my God, yes. Celia came out with midway through the season when we were having a rough time, and she came out with the saying, "Not on my watch." And during that championship game, it was 2-1, seconds left to play. We had the entire team standing and yelling, "Not on my watch." So do they look up to them? Yes, they do.
As a captain, you have to have responsibility, and you have to pick everyone up and carry them on your back. And it was easy because everyone looked up to us, and we just backed each other up all the time. So whatever we said, they followed, and whatever they said, we tried to back up too.
Sokolovsky played defense for Hazleton area along with Gracie Greco. The two have been playing since 4th grade together, and they've built up a lot of trust on the field, and that trust mixed with talent paid dividends for the program. In Wyoming Valley Conference play, the Lady Cougars only gave up an average of 1.75 goals per game. When it was all said and done, it was mission accomplished for the Lady Cougars. Getting as far as you guys did this year, I'm sure it was disappointing not winning the district championship, but after you get over that, what were you guys talking about together? You seem like you're a close group of friends. How do you look back on it now?
Since we've been playing together for so long, we are all just so close, and really our biggest goal was to make it to that game, not necessarily to win, because the past 3 years we lost in the playoffs it was like overtime losses. So really our goal was to get there, and when we did, it was just such an incredible feeling.
Definitely favorite memory was winning the semifinal game and just the excitement on the field, and then that night we just went out to Applebee's, and it's just so exciting to make school history as your senior year, a great way to finish the year and make it to that championship game.
How'd you celebrate at Applebee's? Was there some karaoke or extra appetizers? What was the party like there?
A little bit of everything. So much excitement in the air and happiness for each other and all.
Greco will be playing for DeSales next year, and Rebecca Kashak, who you just heard from, is off to Misericordia. After years of playing together, these Lady Cougar seniors are parting ways, but they plan to stay in touch. You guys are all going off to college now, different areas, one to Ohio. You seem so close with all of them. How will you stay in touch? Are you guys planning to keep the friendships going?
Yeah, definitely. I'm only a half hour from Celia, and Rebecca and I actually play each other. Our colleges are going to play each other. So we're definitely going to stay in touch, and we're such good friends. I don't think anything will change. Life does take people in different directions, but the Lady Cougars will always have 2015. And maybe they'll get together every once in a while, maybe at an Applebee's, and remember the year they pushed the program forward. Let's talk about Schuylkill League baseball now. It's like the NL Central of the Coal region, very competitive. On the FYI Standard Speaker scoreboard, you can see that Marion beat Panther Valley thanks to a 2-run home run by Mason Evitz. With the victory, Marion now finds themselves just a game behind the Panthers in the Division III standings. On the softball field, Marion beat Panther Valley, MMI beat Notre Dame East Stroudsburg, Desiree Dinko struck out 8 batters and got the win. Gabby Cupshaw and Shea Heft had 2 hits each for the Lady Preppers. Catasauqua beat Tamaqua in the Battle of the Aquas. Shamokin shut out Shenandoah Valley. Marion swept Nativity in track and field. Dom Mussolini won the 400 and 800 and was on the winning 1600 relay team. Erin Trevanson took the 1600 and 3200 runs. Brianna Carnish won the long jump, triple jump, and discus for the Marion girls. Natalia Kotnazar took the 200 and 400, and Tina Caparel won the 800 and 1600. In college softball, the U's swept by Penn State Hazleton in 2 non-conference games, and the Rail Riders, they won the first meeting of the season with the Iron Pigs on Monday night. Sports is now over for Tuesday. Remember, Track and Field Week is coming up on FYI. There will be information posted soon on our Facebook page. Happy Wing Night! It's Wing Night at Bottlenecks. Get $2 off your order of wings or all-you-can-eat wings and boneless wings for only $14.95. Bottlenecks wings are voted best wings in the area year after year.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. First tonight, McAdoo Troop 643 will be holding a craft and vendor show Sunday, May 15th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the former McAdoo Catholic School. The event is open to the public and will feature entertainment, food, tricky trays, and plenty of crafts and vendors. All proceeds benefit the annual summer camp. For info, just call 570-579-4073. Our next announcement, the Simon Kramer Theater Actors Guild of Schuylkill County is presenting Willy Wonka Jr. from May 13th through 15th. The theater is located on Alliance Street in New Philadelphia. Tickets are available online at agosc.org or by calling 570-617-2720. And finally, Holy Rosary Parish will be hosting a free community luncheon Saturday, May 14th at Catholic Social Services, 214 West Walnut Street in Hazleton. All are welcome to attend, and the parish would like to thank the Hazleton Rotary Club and the Weinberg Northeast Regional Food Bank. For info, just call 570-455-6390. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Inama Basley, formerly of Rush Township. Funeral is Wednesday at 8 p.m. from the E. Franklin Griffiths Funeral Home. Friends may call Wednesday from 5 to 8 p.m. George M. DePersia, formerly of New York City. No local services were announced. Mary B. Schatz of Sugarloaf Township. Arrangements will be announced by the Butler Chapel of the Crofton Hughes Funeral Home. And Paul Buford of Hazleton. Friends may call Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Firo Funeral Home. Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name right now on News 13, you'll have 13 minutes to call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Our winner tonight is Elaine Judd of Drums. Elaine, if you're watching, give us a call, 570-455-7267, extension 104.
You thinking about moving? Well, why not consider the moon? According to Space.com, the European Space Agency wants to create a moon village. It would be an international effort to have a permanent human presence on the moon. Interest in the moon is up as human missions to Mars are being planned, and many believe working on the moon will help with that effort. There's a great episode of Futurama where there's a theme park on the moon. The future is definitely bright. We will see you tomorrow on FYI. Take it easy, everyone.